mind is usually felt as not holding on things. And so what is that state? How to remain without holding? The mind is a system which always gets attached because it is meant for identification. That's the way we understand things. Unless we identify with something, we don't understand what it is. So we come closer and closer to something and we try to identify and get as much as information possible from the appearance. And then we make a process and then you understand something about it. And when we understand that we understood something, we try to hold on that. The holding happens there. When we feel that something is beautiful, that's your understanding about that for the time being, and you try to hold on that beautiful thing. The holding comes there. And then what is a detachment? And the holding is not happening from the very beginning. The mind has the tendency, but when it assesses something and when it understands and it feels that it is good, it holds. If you wanted to be peaceful, what can we do? When the mind is trying to hold, you can start to watch the holding. Become the observer of what the mind is doing at that time. We synthesize something, a great information or a great enjoyment has come to us and we try to hold. What are we trying to hold? We are trying to hold a moment. That's what we are trying. That pleasure-giving moment we don't want to lose. Or the joy-giving moment we don't want to lose. So we try to hold that particular moment. And this is an impossibility. Because time is a dynamic thing which no one can hold. So what we do, we try to hold on an idea of a moment. We have created an idea of the moment and we try to hold on that idea. In doing that, we are failing in holding. But we continuously do these things. Anything which is beautiful, we try to hold because it has given a pleasure experience. If it has given from the very beginning a strange and bad experience, we don't try to hold at all. So the holding comes from the enjoyment. Detachment can be practiced by observing the moment at which we are trying to hold. And so the only possibility for us is to be the observer, what the mind is doing. The mind is getting some information, it is analyzing, it is programming, processing, and you get into the knowledge of it, and the knowledge says that it is beautiful, and then you try to hold on. I don't want to leave it. The moment when the mind is going to hold on it, that's the moment you become vigilant. And then you are observing what the mind is doing. As you become vigilant, the mind cannot hold. Go on remaining vigilant in keeping your observation. So as far you remain as the observer, you are not attached. The moment you skip the observation, you become attached. This is the key. So what we need is a vigilance to just continue to watch. And if that continuance is there, attachment cannot work. Otherwise, it can attach with anything. Attachment, I don't say that it is a bad thing. Beautiful things when you see, when you come across in your life, you become attached. What is the problem with that? There is no problem. There is a lot of beautiful things. When you come across this beautiful pleasure-giving thing, you become naturally attached. There is nothing bad in it. But there is a problem. It won't remain in that state. Instead, it wants to hold that moment, as I said before. And when you try to hold that moment, you are starting a trouble. You're initiating a trouble. You don't want to lose it now. You don't want to lose it. It is a moment already gone. The idea that I don't want to lose it creates the trouble. You get into an illusion and create an idea that I can hold it, I can get it, I can make it, I can be together. It won't work. And this is how the troubles are coming. And so, we become slowly possessive of a moment. Attachment is beautiful, but attachment becomes possessive. The moment when you become possessive, then the trouble shows up. And so how to differentiate between possession and attachment? Attachment is a beautiful thing. The moment when you try to hold on that beautiful moment, you are going to be possessive. The possession gives the trouble. So always distinguish between possession and attachment. And then great masters like Osho says, be attached and be non-possessive. One needs to create a great skill in being attached and not possessive. Some practitioners practice it and they can manage it. So what we are trying to eliminate in this process is the possessiveness and not attachment. The whole universe is one. Actually, from that point, we go into another state, thereby there is no need to possess anything and no need even to be attached because we are one anyway. Why are we trying to attach with something? We are already the same. And this is a big work which a practitioner has to do, to observe, distinguish between attachment and possession, and become very, very vigilant in your observation to find the possessive tendency. And when it comes to grab you, be vigilant to be an observer of that. Thereby you become non-possessive. And the enjoyment comes. From the enjoyment, this tendency will come back again, that I wanted to hold that moment. The tendency will come. Every time the tendency comes up, look at it. Just simply look at it. You remain as the observer and you will not be possessive. Then gradually, by after some practice, you can see things as they are without getting possessed or attached. Patanjali in Yoga Sutra says, he proposes only two tools. One is practice, the other is detachment. For getting into the state of yoga, he has only two tools. So, as he is saying these two things together, it indicates something more, that you can practice detachment. You practice and detachment lead you to the goal. It also implies do detached practice. That will make the program faster. It's very interesting actually to explore that. So anyway, holding a moment is an impossibility because moment is not stay. But we are trying to hold the idea and try to leave that idea. And that will result in pain and pleasure. The moment when we become the observer, we are not attached. So observation is the key for keeping us detached. And practicing the detachment is keep the vigilance of observation continuously. That's the practice. You remain detached.